everyone, I'm Joanne and it is day 2 here at the Little Art School Daily Draw. Your frogs that you sent us yesterday were amazing. Keep them coming. Send them to our Facebook page Little Art School Scotland, and we'll then everybody can see them. They look amazing. So today we're going to do, it's Friday, so we're going to have a treat every Friday. I'm going to try and pull something really special out of the bag. We've got an amazing archive at the Little Art School full of brilliant drawings. So today we are going to do a specially adapted Hedwig. And we're going to do a drawing, and then I'm going to show you at the end some watercolour painting. If you don't have watercolour paints, don't worry, do what you did yesterday. Get your pencils out, your crayons, get your felt tips, colour it in any way you want, but follow the steps, and I cannot wait to see your pictures. So this is a painting we're going to do today. It's a really lovely Hedwig. Now, he doesn't have to have a Gryffindor scarf. You could put in whatever you want. My personal one would be Ravenclaw, but whatever you wanted to do. Now, I'm going to start with a little warm-up, but before I start, I just want to show you what my children have put behind. If we have a little Elizabeth here, who's my eldest, is taking it. Can we see? We've got Hedwigs watching. I think they're going to really enjoy it, and a few books as well. Right, so if we come down, we're going to start on the warm-up. Now, do you remember yesterday I talked to you about the pencil? So if you press hard like this, you're going to get these hard marks, which are really difficult to rub out. Today, there's quite a bit that we're going to need to rub out, so I want you to keep your marks. Can you see the difference? Listen to so light you can barely hear them. I want you to hold that pencil halfway up and nice and loosely. Okay, do a couple of circles today because we've got a circle in for Hedwig that we're going to start with, but I also want some lines. Now, when you're doing lines, here's my arm. I want you to think about keeping that very straight. There we go, and we'll draw some straight lines like that. Now, the more you practice at lines, the easier they get. So that's your warm-up, a few circles, a few lines, and look at the difference between pressing hard and pressing lightly. Okay, so that's on your scrap paper, and we're just going to get rid of that. And ready to start. Start this drawing by putting in our 2 lines. So just what we were talking about in the warm-up there, nice straight lines. If you really want to, you can get a ruler. I don't mind at all. So we're going to split, if you think about where about halfway is, and we want to go about 1/3 of the way up with this first line. So mark it in on paper. You can see here, I'm doing it on watercolour paper here because I want to put some paint on, but just use whatever paper you have. Like I said yesterday, just any paper. So you can see I'm keeping my hand really straight there. And there's my first line. Okay, so there's a straight line to start with, and then we want one underneath it, about 2 centimetres underneath, and this is going to form our little book for him to stand on. So that's our first bit. Now the next bit I want you to think about doing, we're going to do this shape here. Rather than doing a circle, it's a sort of egg shape, and I want it at a mild tilt. So start by popping in your mark for where your top is and where your bottom is. Keep your pencil loose and just make your first marks really light. I want you to go in. And if it helps, just turn the paper. That can really help with your drawing, turning the paper until we've got this shape. So it's like an egg, a sort of balanced egg on top of the 2 lines, and that's what I want you to start with. So pause it now and just do it in your own time, and we'll get that shape and the 2 lines in. All right, so we've got our circle, we've got our 2 lines, and now we're going to come in, we're going to put the start of the shape for the wings, and I want you to start by thinking about that. We don't want to be halfway, that's about halfway, slightly up from halfway. There, take it up. Quite high actually, look, let's go a bit higher than that. I'm going to get my rubber later and rub that out. So I want it to be a nice high wing, and we'll take it right out there. Put a little line in, and we'll go to about there. So don't worry about if some of the marks aren't perfect first time. There we go, and then we're going to come across here about probably halfway on that one, and we'll take it down. That's going to be his second wing. And then on this section, I want you to put in the scarf. So let's take in line all the way across. We want to finish about there. So take it there so that it's sort of sticking in the centre of where the wing is, or about 2/3 of the way up. We'll take that scarf out here, bring it round, and then this bit, this is going to be the hanging bit of the scarf. And we'll take that there, and then this little bit coming out here. Right, so if you get ready to pause it now, these are the things we're doing. We're going to do that wing, I'm going to put the scarf in, we're going to put this edge of the scarf in there and that wing in. Okay. Okay, so now we've left these marks nice and light so that when we come in to do these finishing marks on our drawing, we'll be able to rub a lot of these out. So we're going to start with this eye here. We're going to take it round, leave a little gap between there, between the scarf, and take it round. Now, can you see I'm not going all the way to the edge? I'm going to stop about there. Same on the other side. Start there. I'm going to take it up. I'm going to go right over the edge. Can you see that? And then come down. So that's the start of it there. Now this bit here, I'm just actually going to bring it down slightly, I think. If you're happy with yours, you can just leave it where it is. I think I just like it. I like the idea of it being a little bit lower. There we go. So we've got that in, and then we're going to put in his eyes. So we've got, they're kind of, it's an oval really. And don't forget the little highlights. We want him to look a little bit sort of cartoony, this Hedwig, for us. And then he's got, obviously, he needs his beak. So we've got a triangle down and a little line. So we've got 2 eyes there. Now, here in the middle, just put a few little V's. These will be like his little feathers in his head. Okay, so there we've got his face. First of all, the eyes and the beak. Now, coming on to the wings, what I want you to do is, if you rub a lot of that line out, I want you to come down and put in these just little shapes like this, which will make it look like a sort of feathered end. So we got our basic shapes in first. That's the key really to wall drawing, is get the basic shapes in, and then you can put in the details like this afterwards. So there's his feathers, we've got that. I'm going to take his body down so it sits on the book here. So you can see I'm rubbing out quite a lot of little lines now that we did before. So it's so important to have kept them really nice and light. So we've got him coming around here, almost finished, just a couple of stripes, a few stripes in his scarf in whatever colour you like. Very interested to see whether everybody's going to be Gryffindor. I think I might do this one, not sure, maybe Hufflepuff, because Elizabeth's filming it and she is fully Hufflepuff. Right, so we want 2 feet here. 1, 2. So maybe get rid of that line. 2. And then on your book, I want you to take the edge here like that. 1, 2. So you can just rub those little lines out, or just the top one. That's going to be the table. That's going to be the table there. And you can call your book whatever you want. Now you can either write it in pencil now, or you could do it later when we've finished the drawing, and you can do it in pen. It could be the Chamber of Secrets, it could be your personal favourite. Mine is Deathly Hallows, whichever one you want to put in. But that is our finished drawing of the owl. So we want you to do the eyes round here, beak, wing, details on the scarf, and close off the book. So I'm going to pause it now and just take your time. You can now go to the Hedwig Junior Draw painting video, or just colour with your pens or pencils. So I hope you really enjoyed that Hedwig, and I'd love to see your pictures. We all would at the Little Art School, so send them over to our Facebook page and tag all your friends, see if they can join you with it. And if you want to, you can share this, share it with Granny and Grandad, aunties, uncles, cousins, friends, everybody. Let's get everybody drawing. So I will see you on Monday. I've got some really good ones lined up for next week. We're going to start Monday with a dragonfly, and I'm planning to finish the week. I don't know if there's any Frozen fans out there, but I thought we'd finish the week with an Olaf on Friday. And send us all your ideas in on Facebook as well. We've got Lego, we've got Minecraft, there's loads of different things we could do. So if you've got any ideas, let us know and we'll see what we can pull out of our archive. Okay, have a great weekend. See you Monday.